going on YouTube? 2A gang, it's Mr. I Like Guns. Hit that like, smash that subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. It helps with the algorithm and really takes my videos a long way, and I really do appreciate it. Now, as you can see, I got the TAURUS G3C and the Smith & Wesson M&P SHIELD Plus. I'm gonna do a comparison between the two because I think these two firearms stack up very well together. Yes, the Smith & Wesson has a better reputation, and TAURUS not so much from the past semi-autos, but with these G-series guns, I think they're very excellent guns, and both of these guns are very reliable, well over 2,000 rounds through the M&P SHIELD Plus without a malfunction. But I've had it longer, not so much with the G3C, only 300 rounds through this, but not a malfunction so far. So very reliable firearms. And I had a G2C in the past that had well over 1,000 rounds through it without a malfunction. So if that's saying anything, but so far 100% reliable with both of these firearms. And they're similar in size and similar in price. 3.2-inch barrel on the G3C, 3.1-inch barrel on the M&P SHIELD Plus. Comes with 3 12-round magazines for the G3C, so 12 plus 1, and you get 3 of them. And it comes with 2 magazines for the M&P SHIELD Plus, a 10-round flush fit magazine, 10 plus 1, and the extended 13-round magazine, so 13 plus 1. So you get 1 extra magazine with the G3C, and it holds 2 extra rounds over the flush fit, but you can get an 1 less magazine with the M&P SHIELD Plus, but it's an extended 13-round magazine, which gives you the capability of 14. So give or take there, in my opinion, it's really no difference there. I mean, the extra magazine is always better. So if you like that, a cheaper gun with an extra magazine, hey, can't go wrong. And this does come in at $250 to $300, depending on where you go find it at. And this comes in at $350 to $400, depending on where you go find it. So the G3C, $250 to $300, M&P SHIELD Plus, $350 to $400. Now with the magazines, we're going to do a safety check. Nothing in chamber, nothing in the mag. So we are clear and safe. Nothing in chamber, nothing in the mag. We are clear and safe. Like I said, with these magazines, this is a 10-round magazine, flush fit, steel magazine, so good quality, even though it's made by Smith & Wesson in-house. You know, Metgar is the leading magazine company in the world, and they make good magazines, and I think they should have went that route, but so far, no problems with this Smith & Wesson steel magazine. Orange/red follower, very high visibility when your gun is empty, so you can confirm that it is empty. And with this 10 round, you do get a pinky hang off, and I got real big hands, and I don't like that when it comes to the flush fit magazine, so I do not carry it with this one. I use this 13 round extended magazine because it give me that full grip on the firearm. Like I said, I got real man hands. I can still grip it, just a little meat hanging over at the bottom, pause.
Shut your stupid ass up.
But you know, and this extension looks like it's part of the firearm, like it goes right with the grip. So I do like that. Now the G3C all steel magazine made by TAURUS, like I said, should be Metgar. The G2C magazines used to be made by Metgar, but seems pretty decent also. High visibility, yellow follower, got a pinky extension on here. The pinky extension gives you a good grip on that, also gives you that full purchase on the firearm. Like I said, I got real man hands again. Little meat hanging over, but not much. Pause if necessary again.
Son of a...
Just a little hangover, not much. full purchase on this. Now, when it comes to the grip, this firearm has a very aggressive grip. As you can see right here, it's not a fully texturized grip all the way around. It has like these little gaps in it, but it feels good in the hand, just a little over aggressive. And I like aggressive grips, but this just maybe just a little too much. They could have toned it down just a hair, in my opinion. But overall, it's a decent grip, feels very good. I do like that they got this little indentation for the thumb when you just, you know, when you pulling your firearm. But I like to have a high grip, so I really don't use that. But when I'm just resting, I might have that. If I got my gun in my hand, I might just use that for a little rest when I'm not using it. But overall, decent grip. Now, when it comes to the M&P Shield Plus, I do love this grip texture. It goes all the way around, and it's not overly aggressive, and it just feels good in your hand. Now, when it comes to this grip is kind of like wide this way over the G3C, and some people don't like that, but the reason why it's like that because this is a very slim firearm, or slim grip. It's a slim firearm in general, but the grip is very slim. And some people don't like it, but it feels good in my hand. In my opinion, I like it better over G3C, but that's just my opinion. Like, all this is just my opinion. You got to go out and get these guns in your hand and feel them for yourself to see how they feel in your own hands. But in my opinion, G3C and the M&P Shield Plus, I would give it to the M&P Shield Plus when it comes to the grip. Now, when it comes to magazine release, I think the Shield Plus has that also. You got more of an extended magazine release, and you can hit it real easy. And I never had trouble with this, like accidentally hitting the mag release either. And it shoots the magazines out pretty decent. I just like because it's more extended and I can easily hit it. Now, the G3C, when it comes to the mag release, it's there and I can hit it easy also, but it's just not as extended as the Shield Plus, but it does shoot the mags out way better than the Shield Plus. But I don't know if that's because this gun is more newer than my Shield Plus and I've worked this magazine release a whole lot more. That could be the case, but my G2C actually had good magazine release too, that shot it out of there. I mean, it just shoots it right up out of there. But I like the feel of the M&P better over this. Now, when it comes to trigger guards, I like this trigger guard better than the Shield Plus trigger guard. Like I said, this is just all my opinion. Now, because I like this better because it has actually more room from the trigger to the front of the trigger guard, so you can get a gloved hand in there more easily and all that good stuff. And when it comes to the Shield Plus, not so much. You got very little space here. As you can see there, very little space. But I do like the undercut better on the trigger guard on the Shield Plus, but this undercut is not horrible. It's still a good undercut, but this one just a little bit deeper and feels more comfortable in my hand. And when it comes to this little, where you get your good high grip at, I think you can get a higher grip on the Shield Plus because it's a deeper indentation right here. Don't get me wrong, you can get a good grip on this one too, but you can get a better one on the Shield Plus, in my opinion. And the G3C has a safety, and I'm not a fan of safeties, but when it comes to safety, you can choose not to use it like I do. I just use it for a thumb rest for my high grip. No safety on the Shield Plus, but the Shield Plus you can get with a safety. And both of these are just their base models, and you can get these opted ready and all that good stuff. But this is just the base models. No safety on this one, which I do like. Now, when it comes to the stop/slide release, I like the G3C better than this Shield Plus. The Shield Plus, it's not horrible, but it's small and it's a whole lot more stiff than my G3C. And it came out the box stiff just like that, and it took a lot just to get it as loose as it is now. And it's just smaller than the G3C, but you can still hit the slide stop / slide release pretty easy. Now you would think it would be harder to hit this one just because of safety in the way, but it's actually not. On the G3C, it's actually easier and it's more pronounced, and it has better grip texture than the Shield Plus, also on the slide stop / slide release, and it just releases a whole lot easier. And when it comes to the takedown levels on each of these, the M&P Shield Plus takes down easier in my opinion. You just drop your drop your mag, lock your slide back, drop that lever down, pull your trigger, slide comes off. Now when it comes to the G3C, you got your Glock style takedown levels. You just drop your mag, kind of pull back on the slide just a hair, and you get these two little takedowns. You grab both of them simultaneously on each side, pull down, release your slide, pull your trigger, slide comes off. And YouTube, that wasn't modifying the gun, it was just showing how to disassemble your firearm. So don't come at me, YouTube.
Don't do it!
But in my opinion, M&P has the better takedown. Now when it comes to size with both of these, as you can see, like I said from the beginning, they're pretty much the same length. You got 3.2 on the Taurus, 3.1 on the M&P, so not much of a difference there. When it comes to width, very much difference in width. The G3C is very, very wider than the M&P Shield Plus. This is a very slim firearm, as you can see, one of the slimmest on the market when it comes to carry guns, so really no comparison when it comes to width. Now when it comes to grips, this has the extended mag in it, and as you can see, with the extended mag in it, it's the same size grip as the Taurus with its regular magazine in it. Maybe just a little bit more on the Shield, and that's with the extended mag. Now when it comes to the flush fit magazine with the Shield, not even a comparison. As you can see here, way less than the G3C. So when it comes to concealability, both of these very concealable, but the M&P is just one of the most, if not the most concealable gun on the market. Now when it comes to serrations, these fish scale serrations on the M&P, I like them. They look better than the G3C, but that means you can grip them. The front is basically non-existent, just this little area down here. You can grip them, but not as good as the G3C. The G3C grip serrations is more tactical, and you can feel them better, and you can actually use the front better than the M&P Shield Plus. Now when it comes to sight, I give the G3C serrations over the Shield Plus, even though the Shield Plus look better, but I'm practical over looks. But when it comes to sights, this is a dovetail rear and a pinned in front, and it is steel sights, and they are Glock compatible. You got a blacked out rear with the white dot in the front, and it is anti-glare serrated in the rear. And when it comes to the Shield Plus, all steel sights, dovetail rear, dovetail front. So I do like that over the G3C, and it's a Novak style sight, and it is 3-dot white sights, but I changed it. Well, I didn't actually change the sights. I just colored the rear to a blacked out and a high vis red front. And when it comes to the sights, I like the Shield Plus better than the G3C. But don't get me wrong, The G3C, they're okay, they're usable, and you know changeable. They change. You can change them with the Glock sights, and Glock got the best aftermarket in the business when it comes to firearms. But overall, I choose the Shield Plus sights over the G3C. Now, when it comes to coating, this Shield Plus is phenomenal when it comes to the coating and wear and tear on your firearm. I've had this a while, hardly no wear and tear on it. When it comes to the G3C, not so much, but that's the difference you pay in price. I mean, really all the G series guns, the coating on them are very horrible. It's like this matte finish that don't hold up very well, you know. Pulling it in and out of holster a few times, you can see wear on your gun very, very quick. And I don't like that, but it is what it is. Cheaper price on the gun, cheaper coating. Just it is what it is. Now, when it comes to triggers, G3C got the worst trigger in the carry guns, in my opinion. It ain't horrible, don't get me wrong. It's just because of that. It got that restrike capability, and it just make that first shot very, very ugly, in my opinion. Because just check this out. Go ahead and get that initial pre-cock out the way. Now it's ready for the first shot. As you can see, it's like double action on the first shot because of that restrike capability. You get this long, mushy first shot, then it finally breaks way at the back of the trigger guard. Now, but when it comes to the reset, decent, and it's tactical. You can hear, audible, you can hear it, and it's tactical too. It push your finger out. Decent reset, not the shortest, not the longest reset, but decent. Now, the M&P Shield Plus, one of the best triggers when it comes to a carry gun on the market, in my opinion. Now, as you can see, when it comes to the Shield Plus, initially, hardly no take up, no mush, no none of that. In that break, and with the reset, not that audible right there, not really that tactical, but it's short, and you can boom right back into that break for some very quick follow-up shots. Now, don't get me wrong, the follow-up shots on the G3C, they're pretty decent. It's just that first shot when it comes to the G3C. But with these two guns, man, I don't think you can really go wrong on either one of them. Do you want to save 50 to 100 bucks on the G3C? I mean, you're going to get a little bit less quality, like when it comes to the coating and things of that nature. And I forgot to mention, this does have a one slot rail on it for your lights and lasers and things of that nature, when the M&P Shield Plus doesn't. But you can get, like, you know, the little lights that go on your trigger guard. So I do get an advantage to the Taurus on that. But when it comes to these two, they are very reliable firearms, very good firearms for carrying, for people who looking for their first gun or just a cheap carry gun in general. $50 to $100 difference between the two. I mean, not much at all. In my opinion, I'm really not gonna give which one I would choose over the other one, because y'all gotta get out and feel them for yourself and all that good stuff. Get them in your hands, because this is just all my opinion. But what I will say is that I do carry this one and I don't carry this one. Not because this one is not capable of being carried. This is just like, you know, a backup gun that goes in the dashboard and things of that nature. And this is one of my primary carry guns. But nonetheless, this is very much capable of being carried. And I wouldn't hesitate to carry it. I would trust my life with it. I would trust my life with either one of these guns right here, because they both are decent. Now, I'm not gonna get into a shooting comparison between the two because I got to get them out and shoot them simultaneously. And that's going to be for another video. So stay tuned for that. Turn on them post notifications. And it's Mr. I Like Guns, and I'm out.